Last week of GameDevHQ intensive training. Wow. Welcome to Resi Studio. The last week was actually more focused and more in mock-up interviews and project that in the future, if you're looking for job opportunities as a game developers, sometimes they will ask you questions related to Unity, and sometimes they will send you like a mock-up projects that you will have like 48 hours or 72 hours to complete in order to test your skill. So that was the main focus of this week. Now it may sound like something like woof, that's very harsh, but all you have to do is just follow the instructions and then take it from there. So I'm gonna show you the two mock-up projects that were given to me in which I had 48 hours to complete it. Now this actually was one of the two projects that was given to me in which I needed to draw a circle like path in which it has 10 waypoints, and the sphere needed to go from one waypoint to another. Once it reaches to the last waypoint, it has automatically have to go to the first one and then keep looping. At first, it was daunting for me, since you need to use math equations, but a good Google search will actually take you for a documentation that Unity has, that it actually tells you how to draw a circle, but you need to tweak it because it doesn't actually tells you how to draw it. But once you tweak the code, you actually are able to draw the circle with the 10 waypoints that the instructions tells you. Now I'm gonna show you the results. So following the instructions, this is what I had. I'm actually very proud of how it turns out. There's some stuff that I may need to tweak. I actually like it. I really like it. Now I am very happy how it turns out. There was something very funny about it. Once I was following the instructions and I have the first part laid down, I found out that somehow I skipped a method in which you need to actually calculate vector spaces, in which that instead of a game object to go from point A to going B like a snappy moment, it will calculate the velocity and then you're gonna steer and then go to the second point. At first I thought I was not able to accomplish it, but once you actually read what is behind the calculation and try to include it, I was able to do it. I think I am missing a few calculations because the steering effects in all the examples you see online, the steering is a little smooth from point A from point B. Mine is a little snappy, so I need to actually check what I'm missing. But another developer that actually took the same project actually made a good article about the steering, so I'm gonna have a link below. So this was one of the projects I was giving. I was giving another project in which it was the so-called simple, but this one actually took me a while to test it out. Now this one was actually fun slash tedious in a way. Just a small explanation of what you needed to do, in which I needed they give you like a small unit package with everything laid out. You have to follow the instructions. You can see compared to the other instructions, this is like a bit like a small paragraph. The other one was like this, more detailed instruction. Just we needed to find the closest target to the player. If there's an enemy closest to the player, it needs to turn green. If there's another enemy closest, then the closest needs to turn green and the other ones need to turn red. Even though it looked like this, I'm actually very proud how it ended up. So the player is the blue one, and when it's nearest to the enemy, it's gonna turn them green, and the other one's gonna turn, normal color red. I'm actually very happy how this turned out. So this was one of the two projects that was given to me to play around in 48 hours, and I'm actually happy with the results. And during the last call, they told us there was a total of 12 projects, but for us, for this group, they were giving away 6 of them, so gave us access to all 12 projects to actually play around with it. I'm actually very glad that I took this training. My mindset for Unity had changed in a way. I'm gonna say this honestly, with this training, Unity for me right now is not just a normal game engine, and you can do a lot of it. You can actually stick with game development by itself, but you can do AR, you can do math, you can do whatever you want with it. So it's something that I want to keep exploring. Because of this, now I have to sit down and see what type of content I want to share with you guys. Since the main focus of my channel was to actually dive in to exploit and take advantage of mobiles, everything about mobiles into games, to actually bring the PC experience to mobile. Obviously, as a mobile developer, you can actually also do AR, do something fun with it. So right now I need to sit down and see the type of content that I want to create, what I want to bring into the development world. There's a lot of stuff that I can do, but I have to sit down and think about it. And also, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I opened a coffee account. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, just open it to see. And then in the future, I'm gonna open a Patreon, and still I'm not gonna know how to use them, but just to lay it out there, so to build on the foundation that I want to create. But who knows if I'm gonna use it or not? I'm just, seeing my different options. Skill set, I wanted to see if I can use that in on my own to actually make this like a small part-time and later as a full-time, or actually help another indie studio, or just give my skills as a freelance like I'm doing right now as a web developer. If you want to have more information of the type of training that GameDevHQ has, I have a link below in the description that you can actually check it out. I think I'm gonna dive in AR. Do you want me to dive in AR? Just let me know in the comments below. Once again, thank you for hearing me out. Until the next one, have a lovely day.